Hello and welcome to your daily mobile game Sizzle with me, Jon Jordan. So the Sizzle today is all about Fire Emblem Heroes. So it's just been announced officially by Nintendo. We knew it was coming, but it's been announced with a release date now. So it is coming to Android devices via Google Play Store on the 2nd of February. It is coming to iOS devices soon. Quite what that means, we assume it's just Apple doesn't like people to kind of pre-announce fixed release dates. So I think we all assume it's coming out on all devices on the 2nd of February, but you never know, really, do you? So why is Fire Emblem Heroes important? Well, it's the first proper free-to-play game that Nintendo has made. So Nintendo has made Mitomo, which is like a kind of social media type thing. It's done Super Mario Run, which is a free-to-start game, which basically means you get 4 levels and then have to pay $10 for the remaining 20 levels. So not really games that have fitted into the kind of canon of where mobile games have been heading, which is free-to-play, which means you download the game for free. You play it for as long as you like. You can spend as much time as you like unlocking stuff, or if you want to speed some stuff up, you can spend real money buying some in-game currency, and that helps you speed the game up. So this will be a first for Nintendo. It will be interesting to see what the reaction is. So the reaction against Super Mario Run was pretty bad. People didn't like to spend $10 to unlock the game. Nintendo, perhaps rightly for Nintendo, given its brand, it has been careful with free-to-play. Indeed, that's why Super Mario probably wasn't a free-to-play game. Didn't really fit the kind of the game ethos of a Mario game, which is about gameplay. Free-to-play games are all about metagame, really. So in terms of how the Fire Emblem Heroes will kind of work from that point of view, or kind of monetize from that point of view, is it's a squad-based RPG, and you summon new heroes to build up your squad. So that's pretty standard in any squad-based RPG at the moment. It has been for the last couple of years. Even Western developers have done this. So I guess the most famous example is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, squad-based RPG where you summon new characters to build out your squad, and that's how you progress in the game. Okay, so how will Fire Emblem Heroes work? We can see the screen there. Looks a bit old-fashioned, doesn't it? So it's an 8x6 grid, and you move your squad members by just dragging them across the squares. You can see here we've got kind of different characters and some enemy characters as well. So there's going to be obviously a tactical battle ensuing. You can see, if you look right at the bottom of the screen, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see there's a little triangle of red, green, and blue. So this is a typical kind of character class setup, so rock, paper, scissors kind of thing. So red characters are stronger against green characters are stronger against blue characters are stronger against red characters. So that's kind of part of the underlying tactical way in which you build your squad. So if you look at the top of the screen, we can see the character has stats which you level up as you play through the game. And also, obviously, you kind of summon new characters who will be more powerful as you go through the game. You do that with orbs. So orbs you can get as you play the game. You can also buy them with real currency, and it kind of works on a very standard model that we've seen pretty much every free-to-play kind of RPG or even card game used now, where you have different levels that you summon at, and some of them are kind of gated. So say you're going to get some lower level characters, but maybe kind of 1 to 3 stars at the lowest level, and then the next one up maybe you get some 3 to 5 star characters, and then maybe at the top end you get kind of 6 to 10, or however the system works out. That's kind of called a gacha system, and the Japanese kind of invented that, but it's now pretty much used across the world. And that means you'll be guaranteed some level of character, but you're not guaranteed exactly what character you get. So there's a kind of a randomness in there. So that's kind of where the word gacha comes from in Japanese. So it'll be interesting to see whether Nintendo gets a bit of backlash from that, because Nintendo has always been hasn't really used that kind of monetization before. This will be the first time it uses it, but it is using it in what I would think is a fairly hardcore tactical RPG. I'm not sure how widely it will appeal. And really, what's interesting looking at the screenshot is it looks like it's a very Japanese-focused game. So the Japanese mobile market is very competitive and also massively lucrative. So some of the most successful mobile games in the history of mobile games have come from the Japanese market. So Puzzle and Dragons is one, and Monster Strike. Both of those still generate $1 billion of revenue a year. That's $1 billion of revenue a year, and that's pretty much just from the Japanese market. So I think in this case, while I'm sure people all around the world will download the game and play it, to me this seems like a game that is looking at the Japanese market in particular. So we'll see. We've only got a couple of weeks to wait until it comes out. I think it's certainly exciting that Nintendo is doing free-to-play, doing it with DNA, its partner. Certainly, I didn't enjoy Super Mario Run, just the the way it monetized, it seemed to be a bit of a wasted opportunity to me. So this will be interesting to see what impact it will have on Nintendo's finances, which is important for Nintendo at the moment. We can say as much as that. So thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow and see what the mobile game Sizzle is all about then.